we didn't know we had a power outage because the generator kicks in immediately. But everything in the theater went down. So Todd is currently firing everything up, and we will be beginning. So let me see those hearts if you can hear me, so I know that the sound is on. Hello, Belinda Fawn, Tammy Wilson, Bill Tuscalis, Eric Escamilla, Francine Laubner. Here come the hearts. You guys can hear me. Good. Marcy Metelsky. Yes, everyone can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. Peggy Delgadillo, Kathy Hobbs, Latest Styles. It's a good day today. Hi, Barb Kevern, Tammy Anastasia, Sharon Cleland, Kathy Gans, Diane Vasquez. Oh, we got a lot of people. This is great. Laura Knisney, Barbara Hammond. Barbara's going to be here in just in less than a week. Barbara's moving from California and will be living in Las Vegas, which is kind of cool. Jama Taylor, there we go. Okay, so we are good. Todd would say, you're good, but I'm back. So one thing I just wanted to say is how I woke up today a little bit on the wrong side of the bed. Oh, it's off? Oh, okay, let me tell them. Okay. Todd's working on it. Everything's back up at Facebook? Richmond Chandler. Okay, so we're not live right now, right? No sound? Okay, let me see if there's sound. Let me go on here. Boom. I see rainbow. Sound is on. Good. Okay. Here we go. Hello, William Pedron. I'm hoping that changes soon. And we're going to... You can hear me. Good. Okay, that's good. Thanks, Eugenia Glass, because I wasn't sure about that. Shirley Tate, thank you. We have sound. Hi, Julianne Golden. So I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. And that really does not happen to me very often. But I woke up and I was a little out of sorts within myself. And I just know it was pressure because I had a lot to do this morning and I wanted to sleep in. But when you have all these animals, you don't get to. And so it was just a little out of sorts. For most people, it's probably how they feel when they wake up every day. That's how mild it was. But I usually wake up in the morning and I'm like, woohoo, ready to go. And today, I remember when I got out of bed and I went out and saw my babies. That made it better. But I also was doing a lot of self-talking. And I can't tell you the value of self-talking. Everything's up. It looks great. Thank you, honey. The value of self-talking when you feel like a little grumpy or out of sorts. I was able to talk myself back into where I like to be. And, you know, it's really about directing your mind and deciding the kind of day you're going to have when you wake up and it starts out like that. Sometimes I know if something really hard is happening in your life, then you just need to go with the flow. If you're going to be around people or you just really don't want to feel the way you're feeling, believe me when I tell you that you can self-talk yourself right out of that. You have to take charge of your mind. And remember, I'm always talking about managing emotions. You've got to manage your emotions, got to learn to manage your emotions, because if not, then our emotions are managing us. And so this morning, I had about an hour and a half of grumpiness. I don't share my grumpiness. In fact, when I'm grumpy, I do everything I can to go be by myself because I don't want to share that. I like to just take care of it as best I can. So I went into my office and I did a lot of self-talking, and I was able to turn my entire being around, and I was so happy because I wanted to feel really good when I was on camera with you guys, and I started feeling really good way before that. And then Brenda McFamily called last night, was it? Or you texted me and you said, do you need any help tomorrow? And I said, why, yes, I do, because Brooke is off on the weekends. And so Brenda's here with us today. Let's send some hearts up for Brenda McFamily. She lives in Las Vegas, and we have become good friends. And I really appreciate you being here. And also just seeing you when I opened the gate this morning did something really wonderful. You know, it even elevated me further. So, and you know why? Because you are a positive person. And so surround yourself with positive people as best you can. And are you hooked in?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. So when I say that, there are some people whose comfort zone is actually when they have something to complain about. And I call that a malcontent. It means that people, their comfort zone is to be stressed, unhappy. I know it sounds crazy. They don't even know they're doing it. It's their default. And so if you relate to this at all, then I can just tell you honestly that you need to surround yourself with positive people, because if you have people like that in your life, they are vampires. That we call them energy vampires, and they will drain you dry. And so I really am a firm believer of letting them go solve their problems, because they will drain you dry for advice, and they will never listen to your advice. So it's very frustrating, and they could even get offended by your advice, and you just don't need that in your life. So I'm sharing how my day started out, because I want you to know that you can self-talk yourself anywhere you want to be, no matter what's going on around you. It's part of Get Your Fire Back, and I think it's really an important skill to learn for your joy, for your sanity, for the sanity of everybody around you. And so there you have it. That was my morning. Hello, honey. How you feeling?
I'm good.
You were down for the count yesterday.
I was.
Yeah. Now we have Aspen here, and she's in the back.
Well,
and so we're going to. Aspen has been learning to operate the cameras, which is a switcher. So we have 4 cameras on right now.
There's 4 cameras.
And so instead of cameramen being behind a camera,
technically 5.
Yeah, we have technically 5 cameras. So the cameras we have in here, we're reality show cameras. So when you watch Big Brother or those kind of things, not Survivor,
Funny
they have.
You would remember that.
Big Brother was.
No, it's funny you would remember that. That's where I got those.
I have a memory like a steel trap. I don't forget anything. And so if you've ever said anything to me, believe me, I'm going to tell it to you 10 years from now, and it'll be exactly the way you said it. I don't know why, but my mind is like that. It's photographic, let's say. So what's really interesting is that in shows where people are in a house or something like that, these cameras, they're about this big. I'm looking at it right now. In fact, I'm looking at you through it. They're about this big, and they're small, and they're all over the place. So we are using reality show cameras in here. They have a name, but that's the cameras they use in Big Brother. And it's really interesting because they have probably 50 to 100 of these cameras in the Big Brother house. And then there's a person sitting in a booth. Actually, the Big Brother house, I think, Ryan, are you with us, Ryan?
I am.
Hey, buddy, I miss you.
Hi.
Hi.
You're talking my language with Big Brother.
I know. You've watched it for 20 years now. It's incredible. I remember my friend Tim worked on Big Brother. He was one of the producers. So he would tell me, how he said that they build this house on a set. And so it's a fake house with a fake backyard. Is it still that way?
Oh, it is still that way, and they change it every year.
And they change it
a new set every year.
But he said that house stunk so bad.
I've heard that.
After a week.
Well,
it stinks so bad because it's a fake house and they don't have, like the ventilation it should, and they're on a stage, so there's no fresh air.
So she just said that everybody says it's out of sync.
Yeah, everybody's saying the audio is out of sync.
Okay, so shall we start back up? Because I can't. I don't want to be looking like I'm in a Japanese movie,
I'll try one
dubbed
thing.
in English.
I can.
Ryan
Oh, we're
can
still
hear you.
connected. You couldn't make me do Big Brother for anything.
Celebrity Big Brother you could do. That's only 20-some days.
I would do that just because I would like to see if I could outfox people. Because it's all
Todd
about
Bridges came in 3rd or 4th place.
Todd Bridges is from, what was the name? Silver Spoons?
Todd Bridges from Different
Strokes, right. I knew him when he was on that show because we would see
Let's
each
get
other.
some reports back on the sync.
All good. We're set. We're back. Hearts are coming up telling me that all is well. And Todd Bridges, when he was a little boy, was the cutest. The cutest. And Philip McKean, he was such a great kid.
I think I'm going to bring some equipment from the ranch that allows us to put all this on a battery backup so we don't have that problem.
Right.
I was just in here an hour ago with everything on.
Hi, Todd Fisher.
That was annoying.
Well, it was, but it's over. So see, let go. It's a let go and enjoy. That's what.
Well, I'm downloading Ryan's things.
Okay, so he's working on the videos and
I've got
and pictures.
2 of them done.
Because I have some pictures from last weekend. It was so fun to meet some of you. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. And I don't think anybody had more fun than I did. But Ryan, did you have fun?
We had a blast.
Wasn't it something? I just said to him on the phone about an hour ago, right before I did the tutorial. I said, I know we all worked. Ryan and Linda and I did not stop, did not sleep, worked our butts off from Tuesday or Wednesday all the way through Sunday night, and I never had more fun. Sleepless in Pennsylvania. That was what I would call that adventure. But I didn't care because you and Linda and I were together, and we always have fun.
And we had a surprise snowstorm.
And we had a surprise snowstorm, so we had to cancel the screening of Bright Lights on Saturday and move it to Sunday. And a lot of people came from far away, and they couldn't stay another day. And so what did I do on Saturday? I'd never driven in snow in my life. I took Ryan's car and I visited everybody at their hotels, and I spent all day going from person to person to person so that I could be with them for an hour.
Pretty bold of Ryan to lend you his car. Under those
It was
conditions.
bold of Ryan, but I drove really slow, so it took me a while to get from here to there. I think we're going to show the ABC piece first.
No, I was just making sure I
Okay.
had everything.
So it was really one of those things where I did not stop. I wanted to be with everybody that came so far to see me, and so that's how my Saturday rolled. And I couldn't have been happier. It was really fun. I went over to see Amy Perkins and Tammy Anastasia, and there were like 6 or 7 girls there, and I said, let's do makeovers. And I was doing people's makeup at their Airbnb, and then I'd leave there and go to another hotel. It was so fun. And then Sunday we had the Bright Lights screening, and I have to tell you, I thought that was really great. Honey, you did such a good job on that.
I'm sorry you didn't get all the people you had promised it to.
Well, we did lose people because they had to go home. People had to go to work.
What, they can't just sit around for 48 hours?
No,
waiting
but
for a
we had a
screening?
good crowd. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I was sad for the people that couldn't come because it was really a special day. And we did a Zoom. Todd did a Zoom on the big 40-foot screen, the movie theater. He was up there, and people in the audience were asking questions after the screening, and then everyone was so happy to see you. Of course, I'm always happy to see you. You know that, right?
Well, you're
So,
biased.
yeah. So, we're going to show you a couple of things from the weekend, and then I want to talk to Todd because he did something pretty fun and exciting on Friday. So I just wanted to give you a heads up. I want to ask you about that because I never tell him what's going to be on the show. Brian and I just make a show, and Todd is the happy recipient of having like a surprise every Saturday night.
Wing it.
Wing it, exactly. So I did a little talk show in Pennsylvania. It was the ABC affiliate. So this was an ABC talk show in Pennsylvania. What's the name of this show, Ryan?
Good Day, PA.
Good Day, PA. And I love the people that are hosting these shows because they seem to be having a good time. And the co-host was the weatherman. So there was Amy, who has been there for a long time. She's interviewed me before. And then there was oh my gosh, I feel terrible. I'm blanking on his name right now. But Brett, that's right. So he's the weatherman and the co-host. And Brett was a big One Life to Live fan, but I didn't know it. So when I came out, he was so sweet. I could see his face. He was really excited. So I just wanted to show you this and thank Amy and Brett for a great interview. And I did a little fun thing with Brett, so mind reading. So we'll go ahead and play that for you now.
An accomplished actress, mentalist, and hypnotist is coming back to the Mid-State for a night of comedy and a day of celebration.
That's right. Catherine Hickland, who you may remember from ABC's One Life to Live, will be at the Allen Theater tomorrow, all to benefit Four Diamonds.
Her comedy and hypnotist show gives audiences the option of seeing the show or being in the show, Brett, if you're interested. And Catherine joins us now with all of the details. Good to have you back.
Good morning.
It's
I'm
been
so
a few
happy
years.
to be here. You look great. I haven't seen you in about
Well,
6
go on.
years.
Go on.
No, really. That's so great.
So this is a comedy hypnosis show.
Yes.
How did you begin doing that?
Well, the last few years I was on One Life to Live, I began to realize that I was probably going to retire from acting because it had been 4 decades for me on television. And so I needed to get a life because I had a great career, but I didn't have much of a life. So I remember thinking, when I'm done with this, what do I want to do? And I have always loved the idea of being able to help people. That's really kind of what my wheelhouse is. So I wanted to become a hypnotherapist and go to school while I was still on the show, as best I could. But then in the middle of that, the guy that was teaching me, he said, "You are crazy if you don't take this to the stage. You spent your whole life in front of cameras and on stage." So I thought, okay, well, let's see how that goes. And I love it. I love both. I love helping people and I love entertaining people.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what goes on at one of your shows. So what happens?
Okay, well, I will probably open the show with a little bit of mind reading because I am a mentalist as well. And so, I like to get to know the people in before we go, meaning not talk to them, but feel them, I guess.
Sure.
So then I bring people on stage, I hypnotize them and make them do ridiculous things. And that's how I make a living. Isn't that incredible?
Like that, yeah.
Like that right there. That person is a little
Mentalist.
fish.
Yeah.
You said a mentalist.
Yes.
What really is that, and how can we mess with Brett?
Okay. Oh, Brett. Well, Brett just surprised me by saying that he had been a One Life to Live fan, and I just thought that was really great. So, mentalism is an interesting thing because it's mind-to-mind communication, thought reading. It's really fun, and you give somebody something to focus on, and then you see if you can mind that and surprise them. Look at Brett. He's like, okay, Brett,
yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
So I brought something for you to focus on.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so
boy.
let's see.
Yes.
Now, if you should come to the show, I promise I won't bring you on stage to hypnotize you. Look, isn't it fear?
I am.
So
yeah,
take this.
Okay.
Okay. So what is that?
Dice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a die. It's
die.
one.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I want you to just kind of like roll it around in your hand.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to have you put that die in your hand. I want you to pick a number between 1 and 6 because it's got 6 sides.
Okay.
Put it with your number that you choose facing up, then hold it down with your other hand so that when I say, hey, can I see that number? You just lift up your hand, okay?
Okay, all
Because
right.
people try to cheat a lot, so that's not really, it's hard enough.
All right, let's
so
see
I'm
here.
gonna turn around.
Okay, I've got the number now. I press it down.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you put it in your hand with the number facing up and then put that you chose, and then put your hand over it.
Yep.
Think of the number.
Got it.
Scream it to me, please, in silence, like it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking of a 6? Did
Yeah,
I?
you got it.
Great.
You got it. That is I mean,
Amazing.
that is really, and I was saying it in my head, loud.
Because I actually was getting two numbers, so that's why I
Okay.
asked you to yell at
Yes.
it. Yeah, so there you go.
Wow.
So it's really
Live
fun,
video
and we
has
do,
ended?
You know, all kinds of
What?
like,
Wait.
But it's a funny show.
I'm
Hypnosis
seeing it.
show
Well, you should be
makes
on
you
this
laugh and
computer
make
where
you
it's
cry.
plugged
There's
in.
a lot going on in the world right now, and I think we're all really feeling
You're
the
on a
heaviness
wireless
of it all.
network.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I remember I booked this a long time ago. It's to benefit the Four Diamonds. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, should I still do this? You know, because the world is really feeling so sad right now. And,
Yes,
and I
yeah.
thought, yes, I do go do this because everybody needs an emotional break, you know. So that's what I'm here to do, is entertain, make people laugh, feel good for just a little bit, you know. That's
Because we threw in that little trick there,
Yeah.
we're like running out of time, but I
Okay.
want you to talk about what's
Right.
here
Okay.
because there's special things
So
going
my
on.
show is Friday night the 11th, and then that's the hypnosis show. And then Saturday the 12th, we are screening Bright Lights, the documentary about Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher, who Debbie and Carrie were, well, Debbie was my mother-in-law and Carrie Fisher was my sister-in-law. So this is a great documentary. And then afterwards, my husband, who's named Todd Fisher, he is Debbie's son. He will take questions from the audience about all of it on Zoom on the screen, because they have a movie screen there, of course.
neat.
And so we're going to be auctioning off also a couple of items, and on Saturday. So this what you're looking at, this shirt was Debbie's, and then this film cell. What that is. It's a little clip of the Star Wars film right there.
Yeah.
And so what happens is it's a clip of Carrie as Princess Leia.
Oh my
And
goodness.
and then it's got a little plaque on it. So that is going up for auction. The shirt's going up for auction, and also this is. Carrie used to write things all the time on, you know, because she was a writer. So she would write things on papers, napkins, you know, whatever. And then it comes with this picture of her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That
so
is so cool.
that's being auctioned off as well. So it's really good, and we've already done some great things with Four Diamonds, and so I'm always happy to come and do a show here for them because to raise money with them.
Oh, I love Four Diamonds.
Yeah.
That's
Love Four
awesome.
Diamonds.
And my friend Ryan Clements, who's a teacher at Anvil Cleona, he's the one that really got me involved with this fundraising with Four Diamonds. So I really appreciate him doing that.
You've got to check out the shows. The information's there online. Catherine, great to have you
So
back.
much fun.
Thank you. It's at
Absolutely.
the Allen Theater, so go online and check it out, and hopefully see you tomorrow night or Saturday, either one. The ticket prices are amazing, and there's a special if you go see my show. You can go. It's $20 and $10 for students, and then if you go to both, I think the next day is only $5 if you attend both.
Thank you so much,
Great to
Catherine.
meet you.
Great to meet
hop
you.
into your head for just a second.
That was
scary place.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
There you have it.
Well, so that was really fun, and it was so great because it helped us get a lot of people to come to this event. And it was super fun. And in a couple of weeks, Brian, what else is on here?
You have a video.
There should be a clip of some from the show itself.
Oh, okay. So we'll show you a little piece of the show. Ryan did the editing, so I don't know what piece that it is.
Oh, it's really quick and easy. Patty Hughes filmed it.
Oh, Patty Hughes was in the front. She's one of us, as you know, and she was in the front row, I think. So it was a big theater, and I was so grateful that Patty was there. So we'll show you a little clip in case I come to your town and you can see what we're doing. The mind reading is I'll be doing at Get Your Fire Back in Pennsylvania, June 7th, before we begin the seminar. And that's really fun, too. So
Say, hey, if their eyes are open, can they see us? Yes, they can. They just don't bother to think about why you are there. They don't care. And that's the greatest part about it. 1, 2, 3. My way. What are you doing, man? That's right. You okay?
Yeah.
So when their eyes are red, they can't see you. They really just don't think about it. You're shaking. You okay? Yeah. All right. Have a seat. Okay, that's good. All right, guys. Just what's going on?
Something's in the chair.
Something's in your chair. Ryan, do you have wires running? Ed, do you have wires running up back here through the? No. What happened, Greg?
My butt is shut.
Nice and calm now. Nice and calm. Person I'm touching right now. What happened?
I don't want to go on my seat. That hurt.
Well, we're not gonna do. Nice and calm now. Nice and calm. Person I'm touching right now. What happened?
I don't want to go on my seat. That hurt.
Well, we're not gonna do that again. So they found the wire. There, that's good. You okay?
No.
What happened?
My butt got shocked.
Your butt got shot. Well, there's worse things that could happen, I think, you know. You're standing, you're good, all's good, and you?
No, dude, my butt hurts.
Hallie?
I got a little zapped.
Zapped. That can be a good thing. That's right. Okay, everybody, take a seat. Seriously, I'm going to just talk about just trying to tell the folks about how hypnosis works. It's actually you have one brain and two minds, and it's absolutely incredible what can happen.
You look like a bank loan.
I look like a bank loan because I got your interest. That's good. Want to dance? I'm just saying. Wide awake. Dude, you're like a Mexican jumping bean. You have to stay in your seat. I'm trying to do a show. Precious minutes down here. All right, we're good. All right, we're good. All right. You know what? Your shoe is ringing. You are the spy. Okay, it's your mom.
I'm a spy right now. I gotta do some business. Yeah, I gotta go. Alright, love you.
What'd she want?
She asked me what I was doing.
What'd she say when you told her you were busy because you're a spy?
She said I'm on something.
On something. That's a one way of putting it. You're on something, all right. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. You have completely forgotten how to put on your shoe. You no longer remember how to put your shoe on or tie it. You're doing great. By the way, I meant to ask you, what's your name?
I don't know.
I don't know is always a good answer. Okay.
So clearly, earlier I had told him that he would not be able to remember his name. And, but people are who make the show, because the people are the stars of the show, not me. And that's the truth, because all I do is make suggestions. I started out, just to let you know, I started out with, what, Ryan, about 35 people, right?
Easily.
Yeah, 35 easily. And I only keep the people that are deep and that I know are hypnotized. There's many reasons why people can't get hypnotized on a stage, because you can imagine when they come up and they're wide awake when they come up and they see people in the audience looking at them, and it's a very odd feeling, and you have to be able to focus on one thing to hypnotize people. They have to be able to focus really hard on one thing, and that's me and the sound of my voice. So it's very difficult to let people go, but for the sake of the show, I send people back to their seats during the induction phase if I see that they're not deep. And so you got the best of the best there, and they were amazing, Ryan, weren't they?
They were great.
Yes. All right, so now, as the last part of this, before I talk to Todd about last Friday, I'm just going to show some pictures that Ryan put together of the people that I met that watch the show here and that are part of our audience. And so we're just going to go through them, and I just have to tell you that there is Ferruccio,
There is Ferruccio right there. And this was in the, I think that was in the cafe at the theater. And there's Frank's friend who came from Philadelphia. What a nice guy. Amy Perkins and Tammy Anastasia. And then Amy Perkins has the cutest little twins there. Oh, there's Bill Tuscalis right there. He is such a good-looking guy, and his husband right there. What a sweetheart. You guys are adorable. There I am in front of the theater. I think that was after the show, so I was pretty wiped out there, and you can tell. There's Linda Kornreich and Ryan and I, and we were so happy to be together. We are the three musketeers, always have been, and we do everything together. I'm trying to see... Oh, that's Sue and Ed. They own the theater. And they were just fantastic to let us use their theater. It was amazing. There is Tam Anastasia from left to right, Scott Edmondson, me, Bill Tuscalis, Amy Perkins, Patty Hughes, Don Renta, and Frank Ferruccio there in the back. So that was fun to get that shot. There's Frank, too, right there. And let's see, there's when I went on the snowy Saturday, braved the weather and went to their Airbnb. So that was so fun. There's Jordan. He is with Ryan's dog. Ryan, I love how your dog sits like a person. She wanted him to massage her back. That is what's going on there. Patty Hughes and I. It was really fun. What have I got on my lips there? Oh, gosh. And they're, let's see, these are a lot of the students that go to your high school, Ryan, and where you teach. What an awesome bunch of young people. Or were they just on their best behavior?
Looking at who's in that picture, you have a good bunch.
Oh, yeah. Okay. They were really great. They helped me before the show by, helping us get people seated.
There's them that do and them that don't.
There's them that do and them that don't. That's right. And they were great. Thank you guys so much. And then there's the theater from the back.
That's the last one.
Okay, and that's the last one. So that was Kat and Ryan and Linda's excellent adventure. It was so fun. And I don't think anybody had as much fun as I did, but it was really, really, really fun. And I love what I do so much. So I'm so happy to be able to go back out and do this. It was hard not to do this for 2 years. And what I loved, Ryan, is that, we're just freely unmasked. And people still hadn't been out of the house in such a long time or gone to an event. And so the love that I felt from the audience and the joy from the audience is, I believe, what made that show so wonderful, because people were just so happy to be around each other. Don't you think?
It was actually, I felt, pre-COVID times.
Yes, but better. It was that and better, because people were grateful to be out there, just be. People were just grateful to be around other people. And it was so nice to see people's faces. I've been looking, and we have been looking at, we only see this much of a person. And you get this big thing like this, and I missed seeing people's faces, and so it was really great. So now... I wanted to ask you, because I haven't had a chance to really talk to you, and I haven't seen the video yet, because I have friends coming in tonight from Virginia for a few days, and I want to see it with them for the first time. We're going to watch it in the big theater. Tell us about your excellent adventure on Friday.
Not much to report, just Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
We've been trying to do something together for a little while. He's a member of Southern Highlands. He's a friend of John's and mine, and I think John's been spending more time with him, certainly, than I have. But at any rate, he came over to see the recording studio some time ago, and then we just haven't found an excuse to do something. And so there was a thing called the Cherry Blossom Festival coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to try to shoot it down at the stage, and we set up like kind of a 50s style little set with an old 50s camera and lighting, and He sings into a 1950s microphone.
So you shot a music video that he's going to be showing.
Except he's unlike
on
most.
I think he's in the parade, right?
Yeah.
So
But
he's on a float, and this video will show behind him.
Well, I think they cut to it as well. But unlike music videos where you're lip syncing, he actually sings a live vocal.
He's amazing.
And so we did it a few times. That's not so easy to do. You basically have a track with no lead vocal, and then he sings the live vocal. And it's a new song for him as well, although it's one of his older songs as well, that he does 2 songs.
So he did a Backstreet Boys song.
And he did his new song.
So which Backstreet Boys song did he do? I Want It That Way? I love that song. That was a huge hit for them.
Yeah, I think it certainly, I mean, he's a great vocalist. I mean, I have to say that he did a really good job singing this live and performing live. It's not as easy as you think just to stand by yourself on a cold stage and perform,
Right.
for television cameras and make it entertaining. And he a few takes in, he started to really nail it. And we picked a good take. We're going to fix a couple little things, but generally we're just going with the live switch feed.
Well, I wish we had a picture of Nick Carter because.
Well, that's easy. To
Okay, so Todd's going to pull that up. Whenever you say Nick Carter to women, or we grew up with the Backstreet Boys. Oh, look at Brenda. See what Brenda's doing right there? She's fanning herself. He's the Donny Osmond of her age. Right, exactly. But I love the Backstreet Boys. I loved NSYNC. I loved Boys to Men. I love harmony groups because I love the sound of blending voices. It sounds like angels almost, when people blend their voices.
In fact, this is his new video.
I don't think we're allowed to show it.
No, probably. Well, this is off of a news clip.
Yeah, but we still will get kicked off. But I want to put it up because I want people to hear this song, but I didn't put it on my Facebook page because I love the music video that he...
That's him right there.
Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah, it's not worth getting kicked off for, but the show...
10 seconds.
10 seconds? Okay. 10 seconds.
That's just no sound. How about
Oh,
that?
okay. Anyway, that is Nick Carter right there.
There he is live.
And there he is live.
He's talking about his new video here is what he was doing.
That
they
I
shot out
love
in the desert for his new song, which I think is really cool.
Oh, I thought this video was very good when you showed it to me. This is not the one Todd did. He did this song, but it was a different video. But I wish I could put that on my Facebook page because the song is fantastic, and it's a new song for him, I think. But
I Want It That Way.
I Want It That Way is the Backstreet
original
Boys.
hit, and this one is...
This is Nick Carter's solo.
Yeah, but I think it said it in the beginning of this little news thing here because he's promoting it. We could probably pull that up.
Yeah, if you just find out the name of the song, it's so worth going to see because it's fantastic. Easy is the name of his new song. So if you go to
you can
YouTube
you can cut to that. There's the album.
Yeah. He's so talented. Most people don't realize that most singers cannot perform live. They can't keep it on key. They sound good because they have things called auto tuners now that artists use to make them, if they're singing off key, it jumps them into being on key while they're performing. And a lot of artists use that, and there's reasons.
He does
but
not.
He doesn't.
That. No, he doesn't need that. He, like my mother, rarely hits a bad note. So he's quite capable, especially in the lead realm, to hit every note perfectly. I mean, the only time that things weren't perfect was just kind of riffing, which is a personal preference anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got very good pitch, and for a big guy, he's over 6 feet. He moves pretty well. I mean, I was pretty surprised to see him moving as well as he does, meaning dancing.
Oh, look, Anna Papa Giorgio. I was wondering about him. Got confused thinking maybe it was Nick with the issues. It is Aaron as his brother.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I can tell you that
the public does because it's been very publicized. And so the public's well aware. And, I wish that family well because we know what that's like when people are either are alcoholics or on drugs or have mental issues, and and they're famous because his brother is also a singer. And so you have to live this part of your life in the public eye, and it's very hard on the family. And I'm sure, but
Nick was.
but he's a
He's
great
a
guy.
very
Nick.
personable, likable guy. He's very cool, very low key. Didn't show up with like the normal routine for some of these things is when one person shows up, 20 people come to hold their hands.
He didn't have
no
a
handlers,
posse.
No handlers. In fact, I ended up doing his makeup for him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you use Cat Cosmetics?
Sure did.
Did
I
you
used the
bronze him up?
bronzer.
Yeah.
And then I used a little of the brown under.
Of course,
underneath
because
the
you want to
chin.
make them look
Little
thinner.
sculpting.
Did he like it?
He did. I mean, I didn't get into a long.
Yeah,
In fact,
I'll send him a kit because
he was kind of ready to go, and he's actually, obviously these guys are more a little bit sort of country rock, I guess you might call this, but they do like a hip hop feel to some of these songs. But I think they're all about the pickup trucks, and some of what they do is more of a relates to the country crowd. I'm going to say.
Right.
I think to some degree.
That song, Easy, does.
Easy.
Yeah. I am a big fan of the back. Look who just walked in here. Jerry McCambridge and company. Hello. I can't. Hi, Shannon? Channing. Hi, Channing. Welcome.
Your back is on camera anyway.
There you go. Hi, guys.
There you go.
There's Jerry. Jerry. Remember when we went to see the first time, like 10 or 11 years ago, we went to see America's Got Talent live, and Jerry Springer, and it was a live show at Planet Hollywood, and Jerry Springer was hosting it, and the audience was chanting his name. Well, can't wait to show you all my animals, Channing. It's going to be really fun. We're almost done.
Well, I mean, you can cut to your animals right now. You have the bird camera.
Well, let's see if we can see any of them. There we go. Everyone say, hi, Jerry, hi, Jerry,
Here,
hi, Jerry.
I'll put them right there for you.
There. Well, you can't see a darn thing because it's so beautiful outside there. Oh, there's the geese. Do you see? Can you bring them up?
She'd have to double click on it, but I didn't show her how to do that part yet.
Aspen, got that? I don't know if...
No, I've never shown her how to do it.
Oh, okay. So no worries about that. But the geese are taking over the fountain because that's their drinking water. And the animals all seem to be lounging somewhere out of the spotlight. So
And
we
then-
will...
Oh, you're looking at Dwight over here.
Dwight?
Dwight
is his usual
He holds
perky
down
self.
the stage left. It's his job.
Exactly. So before we go, of course, we're going to do giveaways. I would like to, by the way, is Frank here? Has anyone seen Ferruccio in here? Frank, are you here? I don't know if he is. I haven't everyone's saying hi to you, Jerry. And you have a show tonight. Hi, Jerry. Look at Nicole. I was never a boy band listener as a kid. I was the kid secretly listening to Manson, Rob Zombie. Oh my God, Nicole, that's funny. And Marilyn Manson, who looks like a what's it called when the dog has one blue eye and one brown eye? That reminds me of Marilyn Manson. That's what I think of. But I want to do the giveaways tonight. Frank Ferruccio, and they're all going to be the same. All 8. So whoever wins tonight, we're on the randomizer. And the first winner I see is Debbie Augustine. Everybody that wins today is getting a $25 gift certificate
Didn't I see
donated.
some stuff that Frank sent?
That's what Frank bought 8 because, okay,
Oh,
so
but
I don't know if he's here right
but
now.
I saw DVDs of his movie, too.
Yeah, we're going to give those away on another show.
I see.
But here is, I don't know, is Frank here, Ryan?
Frank is here, and he made some comments. He did what he was going to do
Good.
in the chat.
Okay. You know what? I would just like to say a word about that because I think that there's a really good story/lesson in that. And Frank, I just, want to say this because, so the Friday night, Frank was on the show, and you know how I talk about how you have to manage your emotions because if you aren't, then they're managing you. And so Frank's emotions got hot on Friday night, and he said some things that he deeply regretted and wanted to make an apology about. So I guess that's what Ryan's talking about. Thank you, Frank. Because you know what? We all do things that we aren't proud of sometimes, and the most important thing to do in that case is to own it take responsibility for it. It goes such a long way. And so by you doing that and having accountability for it, what happens is it now becomes your testimony. It now becomes a lesson, because we all lose it sometimes about something. And, when we apologize for that, because it made some people a little uncomfortable, including yours truly, but I didn't know about it until the next day. It becomes so very important, because there's not anybody on this planet that can't relate to the fact that we aren't angels 24/7, that we do things sometimes without thinking, or we hurt somebody's feelings, and it's a shame, but you know what? We have all done it, and I'll do it. And so when we own it and apologize for it, what happens after that is not as important, because the apology really is a person's sorrow for maybe making someone uncomfortable or making somebody feel bad. And so good for you, and I really appreciate that, because I admire that when some people just can't be wrong. They can't say I'm sorry. They can't. It's not in their vocabulary. It's so unattractive when people can't take accountability, personal accountability. It's one of the most important things. So I wanted to just take that moment to make this what it should be, which is the lesson. Be responsible for yourself and what you say and what you do. Thank you for doing that, Frank. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And now, Frank must have felt really bad, because he bought 8 $25 gift certificates to give away tonight. And I said, you don't have to do that. But he had already done it. So it was like, so you will benefit from that. And thank you, Frank. You have no idea how much it means to me that you did not only that, but mostly that you apologized.
Now, speaking of giveaways,
Yeah.
we have over the years here given away Time Warner DVDs.
Yes.
And we still have a few left, but we actually gave away over 100 of those.
Oh, wow.
Over time.
Of classic films.
Classic films. So Time Warner has a classic film DVD division that sponsored our show and gave us a whole bunch of DVDs. George Feltenstein was head of the Time Warner Film Library. AT&T took over Warner Brothers, and including that and many other things, and in their infinite wisdom, modified. You know how these big companies,
I hate when that
they
happens.
take over a
yeah.
corporation.
They're called takeovers.
They take over companies that are functionally perfectly well because they're showing a profit for a particular reason. They get in there, and then they bring in the people that are efficiency experts. And a guy that's worked for now George worked for Roger Mayer, who worked for Turner. This goes all the way back to the MGM studio days. So these guys know how to handle this whole thing, from film restoration to DVD releases, and they go through amazing lengths to restore and bring us these beautiful restored DVDs.
And not only that, it's huge to restore a
Costs a
classic
lot of
film.
money.
Yeah.
So there's money that has to be raised, and the way the money is raised is by us buying these movies or watching them on Turner and other places. But I encourage everybody to buy your favorite movies from the Time Warner.
Yeah.
Now AT&T fortunately is being bought out right now as we speak, and somebody else is taking over. I can't say a whole lot more than that at this instant, but suffice to say the party's over, and we're getting rid of those efficiency experts. We'll send them right back to where they belong.
It's time to call it a day.
Well, so AT&T bought a bunch of stuff. They also bought an alarm company. They bought a lot of things thinking they could somehow, there was that acquisition phase. They're never gonna, they're never gonna go under. But they are so giant, and they try to come in and rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic in certain cases. Other times they buy a perfectly functioning thing and ruin it. So anyway, they actually fired George.
Oh no!
And but he's back.
Yay! George is back.
By popular demand. But that's the point. They go.
So support Time Warner.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a guy that knows where every single body is buried. Knows everything about everything. And what do they hired some 23-year-old to come and run it. It's just like a movie I've seen, a bad movie. that worked for like a month, and then they realized that they couldn't function without him. So, I'm really happy that
he's back.
I'm happy he's back.
Well, you know what? That was smart of them to do, because
the new people are the ones that did it. The old
but the new people are gone now.
You'll know very soon what's
Okay.
happening there. But the moral of the story is it's up to us to support that industry. So if you do have a favorite film, please go and buy those films from Time Warner Library, the classic film libraries. It really is the only thing that's going to pay to preserve and to restore and to release
so we
these
support
movies.
that.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it may not seem like, oh, I really need this DVD that badly, but that is the best way to support this. They're re-releasing a lot of films right now, some of the really high-end MGM musicals and stuff, and they've had them all restored at very high resolutions. They look fantastic. So anyway, had to give my little speech there.
So that is a good speech. William Padrone, he just said that Discovery has now taken over Warner Media with the company, and it will now be known as Warner Brothers Discovery.
That's right. Well, as of a few days ago, I wasn't allowed to talk about it. I wasn't sure when the announcement went out. But now
if William
he's let
Padrone knows, then it's out there.
So there you have it. So there. By the way, and the people that have taken over.
I like Discovery.
Well, these are movie. Some of the people that have taken over are movie people, savvy.
Yeah.
They're going to move on the lot. They're going to run.
So
it.
you're good.
They're going to run it.
Yes.
So he's got AT&T. So AT&T's been kicked to the curb. No, they just diverse themselves. They've diversing themselves of these particular assets.
Yeah.
Do they really belong in every business? How it looked like a monopoly anyway to me. But at any rate,
it's wonderful when there is a takeover to make it better. And
well, I wasn't going to mention
many,
the whole Discovery thing because I found out about this a couple of weeks ago, and I don't think it was public at the time, and he asked me not to say anything at that moment.
Yeah.
I did go short the market, though, for AT&T. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't say that.
I didn't buy one share of stock. Now, if I were a politician, I probably would have gone shorted the market or figured out some way to make money out of it. No, I did absolutely nothing. I sat quietly.
We don't have stock, right? We got out. And you know what? It's been so volatile, I'm good with that.
Up and down.
So metals, that's where to go, but only if you're going to sit on it for a long, long time. That's because that's the smart thing to do. All right, now we were giving stuff away and we got all sidetracked.
Maxine Moody is the next.
So
winner
Debbie
on The Price
Augustine,
is
you
Right.
won the first one. Write me at info@catcosmetics.com. Tell me what. Oh, you don't have to tell me what you won because I know everybody's winning the same thing. Thank you, Frank. Debbie, you won a $25 gift certificate. You can buy the brush with that, the new makeup foundation brush.
You don't even have it out here with you?
No, because I just did a tutorial. So
I want one of those for cleaning off the console.
Aren't they're so nice.
Soft.
Maxine Moody, you were the second wiener.
Yep.
Maxine Moody. So claim your prize, Debbie and Max, by writing me at info@catcosmetics.com. Number 3 is Linda Serber. Linda Serber, you are a wiener. Write me at info@catcosmetics.com to claim your prize. I need addresses. Shirley Tate. She's going to be here in a few days because that's Flora's niece. And they're going on a trip together. So how fun, Shirley Tate! You won the new brush. It's amazing.
Well, wait, you get a choice, or do you have?
Oh,
to
sorry. I'm so sorry. You didn't win the brush. You won a $25 gift
I'm just
certificate.
checking here.
See, you got me all excited about that
I
brush.
think how much is the brush?
25.
Just so happens.
It's just and actually, yes, that's exactly. Laura Knisney, you are a wiener. And I'm so happy. You have won a $25 gift certificate.
Is this brush, if you don't have that brush, and who does have that brush right?
Nobody has the brush.
The brushes are really
no. A lot
cool.
of people bought it last night,
right. So some
Friday
of the people
night?
don't have to.
Right, and yesterday, Francine Lobner, you are a wiener. You have won a $25 gift certificate. Don't forget to write me because otherwise I'm going to forget this.
And don't forget that Frank is the one providing all of this.
Frank Ferruccio, thank you so much. Nicole Johnson, you are a wiener. $25 gift certificate. Make sure you write me at info@catcosmetics.com. And I'm waiting for the next name. Ryan, you are on it. Medea Smith.
This is the last
Garden. Medea is the last one?
Correct.
Okay, Medea, you are wiener number 8.
We made it.
We made it. You have won a $25 gift certificate. Medea's probably already bought the brush because she is a makeup
Well,
maven.
I mean, I just recommended that as something that looked cool to me.
Yeah.
But what do
Well,
I know?
yeah, you can get a mascara for that. You can get the new foundation brush for that.
But
There's
if you're
a lot.
guy, you're going to want the brush.
If you're a guy, you're going to want the face cream,
That too.
maybe. Unless you wear makeup. And you know what? More men are wearing. Don't give me that look. You are wearing the bronzer all the time when you go on a TV
In front
show.
of bright lights.
Well, no.
No.
Jerry
Did
wears
you see
bronzer,
me on the golf course
right?
wearing the bronzer? No, I don't think so.
No,
No,
but you
if I
can't
do- if
tell
I do a
because
live
it looks
show,
like skin.
If I do a live show, in particular around my here, because my skin gets
You look
very
at your
white.
tan line.
Right, so
You
I
have
can,
you have a
I can-
golf tan.
Right, but I can blend that using the bronzer. It's great.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
there's a place for it. I'm not big on the lip
Eyeliner-
gloss
the
and
eyeliner?
eyeliner, but maybe
But
I'm
that
just not
you-
hip to
can I
that
tell
yet.
you
know,
what,
my
though?
eyes are kind of, see how they don't really show up? My eyes kind of invisible. They're
that's right. But they now make. I just went to the International Beauty Show, which is for people that are in the cosmetics industry. I went to LA. I got in and I got out. I cannot bear to be in that city anymore. It used to be so gorgeous and it's so awful now. But I go in and I just do what I have to do, spend the night in a hotel, and I'm out. Because it's dangerous. I felt scared when I was there because of everything going on. I know people that live there may not agree with me, but it used to be my town and I loved it. I moved there when I was young to start my career and spent 17 years there, and it was utopia. You grew up there. It was gorgeous, and it's so sad to see what happened to that city.
It's hard to believe that something so beautiful could be ruined by so few.
That's true. And you know what? The reason I talked about that show is because there's a lot of cosmetics for men that are coming out that are super subtle. So you're talking about the eyeliner, but it is not like you can't even tell, but it defines the eye. And so I was thinking, I wonder if I should carry that, because even women sometimes want to just have a little something. Of course,
What I need is
I'm the
what
drag
I
queen.
need is like
I wear it all
I
and
need,
lots of it.
I need eyebrows. You see, my mom.
I have given you. I used to do
my
your
mother
mom's
has
brows.
no eyebrows, and mine are very, very sparse.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have furry eyebrows.
Furry.
Well, I wouldn't mind having a little heavier eyebrows.
I remember last night we were watching a movie, and who was the actor? I said he looked like a woolly monkey because he had all this hair. We're not used to seeing hair on men
Robert Redford
anymore.
with his shirt off.
Robert Redford in The Sting. And he took his shirt off, and I'm so unaccustomed to
back.
seeing
She jumped
hairy
and
chests
recoiled
anymore.
back.
I recoiled.
Ah, what's that on him?
And this is
An
before-
alien's on his chest.
It was before manscaping, which I am a fan of sometimes. I remember Ty Treadway, who I loved. He played Colin on One Life to Live. He was my love interest for years. And the first time I ever saw manscaping was when he was standing at I was getting my hair done, and he had nothing on more than like a loincloth because they were getting ready for the show. And, he just looked, I couldn't help, my eye kept going, because he was bending over. He was bending over in the mirror, shaving, right?
You're looking at the grape sacks, or you're looking
No,
at
not
his
the
face?
grapes, the other side. And so, but I happened to notice that he didn't have any hair. Look at people, I probably think I'm terrible for saying this. He didn't have any hair on his legs, on his back. He was flawless. And I'd never seen that before, because we're talking a long time ago, before manscaping became the thing.
No.
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Universe guys used
Okay,
to
but
shave it
only
all.
bodybuilders did that. So I'm looking and I go, Ty. He said, yeah. And I said, you don't
No
have any
hair.
hair anywhere. No hair on your legs, no hair on your chest. And he goes, oh, yeah, I manscape. And I said, what's that? And he said, well, we don't, we don't have hair on it. We get
What
rid
a
of it.
nuisance.
And I said, do you shave it off? Because then you have like a 5 o'clock shadow all over your body, right? He goes, no, I don't shave it. Because he's shaving his
Yeah, if
face
you wax
at
it's
that
got to
point.
hurt like hell.
Well, and so I said, well, women have known about hair removing cream for 100 years. I mean, we use hair removal cream. And so back in the day, it was called Nair, and then there was another one that came out that was huge at this time. And so I looked at him, and he said, no, I don't shave it. I said, Nads? Because that was the name of the hair removing cream. And he looked at me and he goes, well, that's kind of personal. But yeah. I do those too. I was like, no, Nads. I meant the name of the cream. My God, I didn't even. This is a true story.
You got to use some logic to this too, though. What could possibly be good about a chemical that you put on your skin that kills all of the hair? Knowing that the skin is the largest organ in the human body.
Yes.
And that it breathes through the pores.
Yes.
And you're putting a chemical on there that immediately kills the hair. I mean, this logically speaking can't be good.
No, I agree, but we
can't.
We didn't know about the body being, the skin.
I prefer like the French girls with the
bouquet
under the arm.
Oh no.
Braided.
I'm sorry,
braided armpit
that
hair.
I cannot handle. I've seen when girls go like this, and there's like a forest there, and you're like, why on God's green earth would you let that be?
Other cultures, that's not a big deal.
I understand.
Du bush.
But I am an American girl, and did you just say?
I don't know what you think you heard, but it.
Okay,
I'm. I don't.
This is a family
She
show,
hears
and it's
things all the
afternoon
time.
for crying out
I don't know
loud.
what she's hearing. I think she thinks the worst of me.
You can ask a question, Jerry.
It's all the same thing.
How do we go from L.A. being completely ruined to Ty's? I'm not going to say what you just said, but Todd's from Ty's naked skin. Well, this show aims to please. We go all over the place. It's okay. I'm trying to get okay. Anyway, everybody, that concludes our show. I hope we brought you just a few laughs today and a little smile. We love you so much, and I'm glad my day that started out grumpy has.
Did you ever get to your food, by the way?
No, I'm going to eat after the show. I know. First, I'm going to show Channing the animals.
Today?
Yeah, I'm going to eat.
You can give him a slice of pizza.
From California Pizza Kitchen. Andiamo. Let's go. All right, everybody. Good night. Good night. Well, some of you, it's evening. Ryan, are you there?
I'm there.
I love you. I miss you. I'm going to
Love
see
you guys.
I'm going to see you soon, which is great. Ryan's going to be with me I'm doing Get Your Fire Back live in Pennsylvania at the same theater. And it's going to be.
What aren't you doing?
This weekend, next weekend, we have the 2.5 day extravaganza. So I have all you girls coming in, and we're going to have so much fun.
Is that sold out, or can I still get a seat?
It's sold out because last time it was just too many, and I was running out of time, and I don't ever want to feel like that again. So Lisa Falls, you and I are going to have our Zoom meeting this week. And Brenda is going to be here next weekend, so I'm going to finally get Brenda up here. And we're going to have a great time. Get Your Fire Back in Vegas is a very unique experience. We're going to have a great experience in Pennsylvania, too. It's just going to be a little different, and you'll read about it when I market this next week, because I do want to open it to men and women, because it really is an experience for everybody. That's what I have to say. So good night. Be well. All is well, no matter how it seems. Be free on the inside. God bless you. God loves you, and so do we. Thank you, everybody.
When you're asleep.
When you're asleep. We're going to play a little something so you can all say goodbye to each other.
What do you want me to play? The talk show again?
No, I don't know. What should we play?
That's up to you. I only had those three things.
Okay.
Well, I have other things.
No, we can. We'll play the show clips again, because that's it's just enough time for everybody to say goodbye to each other, and hopefully, if you missed it, you can have a few laughs.
The show clips.
The show clips. So here we go. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.
No, I don't know where they are. I don't have them. I know, but when I closed them.
7, 8. The band getting ready to lay down some music with the funky beat. We've got the latest music. All right. Turn you into total wrecks. Just remember that you're on your own. Hey, Willie, 7 and 6. Hey, we're having a party. Gonna dance and play. We're having a party. Oh my goodness. Till they take us away. Let's take a ride. Hop aboard on the joy machine. It's loaded with energy and without a drop of gasoline. Don't you worry about the bridge and the trap. There's plenty of room to share. And when you're ready to cool this trip, we're dropping off somewhere. Hey, we're having a party. All right. Gonna dance and play. We're having a party. Ooh, you took my breath away. Man, we really know the meaning of togetherness. Oh, I like that step. I've had a lot of rides in my time, but honey, you am the best. If the party gets busted, now let me tell you, just in case, we'll be having another next week, same time, same place. Hey, 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 hey. Woo! Another hell of a party. Watch that. Got to have to celebrate. All together. Celebrate. All right. I like that party. Come on now. Go bake a cake. Well, you see, that's the end of our party. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to the Desert Inn. We're delighted that you'd all come and see our show. Really, thank you very much. Because I'm sure some of you probably weren't sure about coming. Probably lost the